There are moments in life when we can't help but compare ourselves to others. You're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram and suddenly, bam, someone your age is living in Bali, speaking perfect English, smiling under palm trees, while you're just lying in bed, wondering, what am I doing with my life? And then that thought hits you. Am I the only one falling behind? That quiet pain, the feeling of not being enough, is more common than you think. Every perfect photo, every amazing life on your screen becomes a reminder of what you think you're missing. And the more you see, the worse you feel. But what if I told you, maybe those people you envy aren't as happy as they look? This isn't just another motivational story. It's a story about mindset, self-worth, and one simple truth that could change your life. So if you've ever felt left out, insecure, or stuck in comparison, this story is for you. Stick around, because along the way, we'll also learn English phrases that actually stay with you. But first, let me tell you about a lonely crow in a quiet place, surrounded by still lakes and ancient trees. There lived a crow. He wasn't beautiful. His feathers were dark, dull. When he flew, no one stopped to watch. Every time he tried to approach other birds, they moved away. He thought, are they afraid I'll make a mess? Or is it just because I'm ugly? In the same lake, a group of swans glided gracefully across the water. White, elegant, perfect. Everyone adored them, taking pictures, feeding them bread, even tearing up at how beautiful they looked. The crow watched from afar, silent, and in his chest, a quiet ache grew. Why was I born like this? Why can't I be like them? And maybe right now. You're asking yourself the same thing. Am I the only one who feels this way? But hold on, because what this crow is about to discover changes everything. And you'll pick up a few English words you might never forget. Alone, the crow wandered to the edge of the forest and cried. He stared at the swan's reflection in the water and whispered, "If I could be born again, I'd choose to be one of them." At that moment, a rough, raspy voice came from behind him. "Do you really think being a swan would fix everything?" The crow turned. It was an old crow, wings scarred, eyes calm and wise. "I used to be like you," the old one said, "wishing I could be anyone but myself." The young crow, eyes still wet, whispered, "So, why didn't you change?" The old one smiled. "Because there's a magical spring, but it doesn't change your feathers. It changes your mind." The young crow frowned. "Your mindset?" "Exactly. The way you think defines everything." And in that instant, the journey began. But what's so special about this spring? And what does it have to do with you and with learning English? The old crow led the young one down a hidden forest trail. The spring isn't far. But first, you need to see a few truths. Their first stop was a swan's nest. There it was, majestic, flawless. Yet its eyes were filled with sadness. "I have beauty," said the swan, "but I can't fly free. People only love me when I'm quiet. Perfect. I can't make mistakes." The young crow swallowed hard. How can someone so admired feel so trapped? A little farther down the path, They found a parrot in a golden cage. Everyone thinks I'm amazing because I can mimic human words, the parrot said. But nobody listens to what I really want to say. Ever felt like that? Looking fine on the outside, but suffocating on the inside. Their next stop was a peacock in a fancy garden. Its feathers shimmered like fireworks, but it limped as it walked. People have plucked my feathers so many times, it said softly, that now I can barely stand. The young crow stared at the old one, stunned. So, none of them are happy? The elder crow nodded slowly. Not everything that shines means freedom. But what the peacock said next flipped everything upside down. The crow stood there in silence, watching the most admired bird in the garden. What he saw wasn't pride, it was pain. The peacock, voice trembling, looked him in the eyes. Everyone wants to be like me, but I just wish I could be free like you. Time stopped. The one who had it all, beauty, attention, status, longed for the very thing the crow had always hated about himself, freedom. These feathers, this shine, it's just a beautiful cage. The young crow felt a lump in his throat. For the first time, he didn't want to trade bodies. He wanted to trade truths. And maybe right now, you're asking yourself, am I also trapped in an image that isn't even mine? In the chase to be admired, how many pieces of yourself have you hidden away? What if the answer isn't to change, but to accept? The crow returned to the lake. He passed by the swans, but felt no envy. He passed by the people taking photos, but felt no shame. For the first time, he simply opened his wings and flew. I don't want to be anyone else. I just want to be free. And that only I can give myself. Because in the end, the lesson was clear. Happiness isn't being admired. It's being authentic. Changing your life doesn't start with the mirror. It starts with your mindset. And every time you accept yourself, you grow. Just like learning English. It's not about perfection. It's about showing up, making mistakes, and trying again. One step at a time. If this story spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it too. If it helped you, pass it on. And before you go, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. I choose to be me.